Only he is him.
It's the guy G Holy repping gholy.com, and yo, I was letting Jim get his bars off, bro. Like, I really was letting Jim get his bars off. You know what I mean? I wasn't, we wasn't gonna press Jim. We wasn't gonna press Jim at all. You know what I mean? Jim is a legend. But come on, man, he doubled down, bro. I got to say something now. He doubled down. You know what I mean? So, you know, this idea that Pusha T is not a top 50 rapper. Let's start there. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? First of all, it's the guy G Holy repping gholy.com. I'm not mad at Pusha T not being in anybody's top 50. Yo, people don't realize how many rappers it's been. Yo, it's been a lot of rappers, bro. A lot of you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? We got people like Nipsey that just passed. You feel what I'm saying? Where would Nipsey be ranked? Some people might say, oh, you know, whatever, top whoever. I'm not saying they would even put him high. I'm saying 2023, there's been 10 million rappers. So we got new legends, old legends, in the middle legends. This one, that one, you know what I'm saying? This one that came with a dope song, that one that had a little run. So I'm not mad at nobody not being in nobody's top. It's only a few rappers that I feel like universal got to be in your top 50. You know what I'm saying? That's your, you know, your Big Daddy Kanes. You feel what I'm saying? Your Jay-Z's, your Nas's, your, you know, Scarface, Ice Cube, you know, universal, like, come on, like let's not play ourselves. You feel me? But other than that, I'm not mad at people. Like, you know, if you feel like, what's a tough one? If you feel like T.I. or you feel like Jeezy not in your top 50, yo, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. Jeezy is in my top 50, but I can't really say nothing to you because it's so subjective. It's like, what are we talking about here, right? Because Jim is talking about hats. You feel what I'm saying? Jim is talking about hats and scarves. When they say, yo, why Pusha T not in your top 50? Did you ever want to dress like Pusha T? Okay, now we talking about different stuff. Some people top 50 criteria is so different than other people's. They think they having an argument, but they not. This is the number one thing I established when I start having a debate with somebody. We got to establish the ground. We got to establish the ground, and we got to establish the ground rules. This is why when you play a video game and a fighting game, they have stages. You have to stand on a stage with me to have a fight with me. So before we even get into who's the top 50, what is the criteria? More importantly, you get what I'm saying? Because if we talking about influence, then it's just going to be whoever the machine marketed. It's just going to be whoever had the biggest push. If we talking about rhymes, it's just going to be the barsmiths. It's going to be none of the mainstream rappers are going to be in there. It's going to be all the and1 dudes, the mixtape legends. You get what I'm saying? And if we talking about, you know, underground, or if we talking about, what we talking about? You get what I'm saying? It's so many reasons somebody would make a top 50 or wouldn't make a top 50. Hold up. This is very unprofessional for somebody to be calling me right now. It's not on me, it's on them. Hold up. Why would you call somebody right now? Anyway, so like, you get what I'm saying? All right, man. So where was I? Oh, okay. So I'm not mad at that at all. But to act like Pusha T is just not deserving of a shot at the top 50. Now that's where it get a little hazy. That's where it get a little disrespectful. And that's where I know Pusha T is going to have a comeback for this. Let's be clear. Pusha T is going to say something about this. I hope he take it easy on Capo because that's my man. I really rock with Capo. People know I rock with Capo. I'm one of them, you know, I had Vamp Life 1, 2, and 3 and, you know, fan of everything he did with Max and, you know what I'm saying, Poem, and I was a some of my, like, I like Jim. Jim is that, yo, listen, we can have a Jim and Cameron conversation. You get what I'm saying? And Cam is my dude also. So I'm a huge Jim fan, but at the same time, Pusha T is who he is. Now, when you say, yo, can you name 5 Pusha T records? Yo, we know 5 records based off of what they play all day. That's what I'm saying. We basing it off of who got the most support at radio. Because you can name 5 records. Guess what? We can name 5 Nelly records, and that's no disrespect to Nelly. I love Nelly. Like for real, in real life, I have like Nelly tapes. You get what I'm saying? But nobody ever puts Nelly in their top anything. But we all know 5 records from Nelly. So what's the 5 record criteria happening? You know what I'm saying? More importantly, what are the 5 Jim Jones records? And then at the same time, Jim is saying, yo, the 5 record thing, but it's like, what? Don't let me lose my train of thought. I'm not editing none of this. I had a great point to make. Hold up. Yeah, it'll come back to me. So then he takes the catalog away from Pusha T and then says, what's the 5 records? So he can't use no re-up records, no clips records, no features. This is Jim criteria, what he said on. He said not features, only solo. So you're taking away all the clips records, all the impactful stuff like to the culture, like grinding. And then you take away features that he can do in Bonsuela, like Don't Like. Fraud, y'all, that's that I don't like. He could do that anywhere. So you saying, give me 5 Pusha T verses. Runaway verse. New Guy Flow verse. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird because if you take away features, that would take away anybody. People do their best work on features. Ask J. Cole. Give me top 5. Give me the top 5 J. Cole verses. Not on a feature. All his verses. Every best J. Cole verse is on a feature. I don't care if you're talking about Beautiful Bliss on Wale's first record. I don't care if you're talking about the new joint with Benny. I don't care if you're talking about the joint where he subbed in for Andre 3000 on Beyonce record. All J. Cole best verses is on features. So how you gonna say, yo, take features away, take the clips away? He came in with the clips. He's one half of the clips. Take Dipset away. Take Max B away. It just makes no sense. You get what I'm saying? I feel like he putting a little extra sauce on it. And some people say it's because of Drake. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I believe or don't believe that theory, but he just got real cool with Drake. He been singing their praises. You know what I'm saying? Drake come on stage with a pink mink. All of a sudden, he going hard on Pusha T. I'm not saying I believe it or don't believe it. I'm just saying that's what people are saying. You know what I'm saying? And then when you talk about the cultural angle, yo, whoever wanted, he said, I never wanted to be like Pusha T. Why would you want to be like Pusha T? Y'all the same age. You would have had been wanted to be like Curtis Blow and Melly Mel. That's who you should have want to been like. Why would you want to be like somebody that came out after you? First time I heard Jim Jones was Me, My Moms, and Jimmy, bro. Confessions of Fire. 1997. I didn't hear clips until 2001. I mean, I remember that little corny song they had, but I'm talking about like with the reintroduction. 2001. So when did you have time to want to be like Pusha T? When you came out before Pusha T. What is the point of this? You get what I'm saying? So it's not, the disrespectful part is not Pusha T not being in the top 50. That's whatever. The disrespectful part is when we can't even have a conversation about Pusha T being in the top 50. Because the last time I checked, only way to beat a champ was to beat the champ. And guess what? Pusha T beat the champ. And I personally think that Drake won that war if we talking about record versus record. But with the angle he took down the champion. The champ that left Meek Mill on the mat, bleeding out. He took down the champ. That's not the guy we want to just question and not put in the top 50, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why people be scared of people. People scared of Nas, man, that Ether. People scared of LL. People scared of Hov. People are scared of Pusha T. Now let's make that list. Let's make the list of people who people don't want to piss off. So, your 50 Cents. Your Pusha T's. The Petty Kings that with the bars. Come on. Come on. Let's talk about top 10 diss records of all time. Bet you can't do it without putting Pusha in there. Let's talk about top 10 most impactful singles of all time in hip hop. I bet you Grinding be in that conversation. I bet you don't remember '02 when Grinding. Come on, man. You remember what was out in '02? You remember how '02? You remember how jiggy '02 was? You remember they came through? They bought it. They bought the stove. They came through on the stove. They came through driving a stove. Let's not forget who Pusha T is and what the clips represent. You can say, yo, nobody in my hood. See, this is what people try to do. Yeah, my hood, you know what I mean? Won't play that or this, that, and the third. What I had to learn is not only is the world bigger than your hood, but like different hoods be like in different, like this is what I'm saying. Boosie is Tupac in all the southern states. In all the northern states, nobody has ever heard any Boosie record outside of I-N-D-E. You got to learn that. So, Jim is a well-traveled enough guy to know, you know, what's here ain't that. Now look, I do get that Pusha T has never been that guy, ever. Pusha T has never had a moment in hip-hop outside of him bodying Drake where it's like all about him. And even then it wasn't all about him. And Drake had #1 record. So, he's never been that guy. Like, I'll give Jim that. He's never been that guy. But he's been around for so long. It has so many waves. You can't say that. You can't say what Pusha T verse, bro. Fraud, y'all, that's that I don't like. He can say that anywhere. Anywhere in the world. He can say that in Russia. They're going to be like, woo! Ric Flair, woo! That's hair, Nick. Woo! Jim can't get that response, though. Jim, I don't care what Jim say. Jim is not coming out with balling and getting the same responses. Fraud, y'all, that's that I don't like. Never. It's never gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you. I've seen Pusha T perform that record everywhere. And every time it go up. It's like the Meek Mill intro, but 8 bars. I swear on everything. Anyway, I think that's all the points for today. Yeah, it's disrespect. It's disrespect. Don't disrespect. Just say, yo, respect. Like, just say, yo. Nah, not Pusha. Don't say, nah, what? Pusha? Come on, man. Come on. If we do a Pusha versus Jim Jones, I'm going to keep it real. Jim might not. He might not survive. He might not survive. Pusha versus Jim Jones. Who you got? Off top, I got Push. Push versus. Now think about Push. Come on, if you know, you know. Nostalgia. Let's think about Push here. Let's think about New Godflow. Let's think about Exodus. Let's think about numbers on the board. I don't know what Jim going. You get what I'm saying? How is you going to play numbers on the board and you going to play somewhere in Miami? You don't have a bunch of emotionless. You can only play emotionless one time. It's the guy, G-Holy, repping G-Holy.com, man. Push. When you make your record, just remember, Jim is my man. For real. I rock with Jim. Just say your one line, and that's it. You get one line. Anything else, I'm going to have a problem with it, man. Like, go eat. Not too much on Jim. Pusha, not too much on Jim. I know you're writing something right now. Not too much on Jim. Let's get it.
Yeah, and self-esteem is at an all-time low. The people feel without the filters, they ain't got that glow. And everybody think everybody doing better than them, but they fake when it's time to define better again. I push product, the soul is not for purchase. Learn the difference between priceless and worthless. Listen to how I paint pictures. Them shits ain't vivid for nothing. You can't get it, you frontin', you ain't lived it. And Keisha got her ass shots now. My youngin' came home from jail, he got his ass shot down. Crazy part about it, that was a man. Oh well, 100K on the gram is waist trainers to sell. The good news, I heard that cloud is bitcoins in hell. You play with me, then you gon' join them as well. Make that appointment myself. This is some truths I've been anointed to tell. To live and die on earth, not on Bell. My angels sing.